welcome to Falcon TV News. Today is Tuesday, June 2nd, 2020. I'm Autumn along with the rest of the FTV crew. You may have heard of the death of George Floyd, and you may have seen the graphic video. Soon after this video was surfaced, it sparked up protesters from the Black Lives Matter movement. But soon it became more than just a peaceful protest. Riots and looting started to occur, leaving stores spray painted and empty. This same situation also occurred somewhere very close to home. Where is that, you might ask? Atlantic City. Atlantic City held their protests. Like many other protests, it started off peaceful, but it didn't end that way. Stores like Nike, Crocs, and Vans were destroyed and looted, and left things like glass, hangers, and even shoes people dropped remaining on the city streets awaiting to be cleaned up. On a brighter note, this is for our seniors out there awaiting information on graduation. I recently sat down with Mr. Reyna to ask him a few questions we've all been waiting for. Hello, everybody. I'm here with Principal James Reyna, and I'm here to ask him a few questions that we've probably all been wondering. So first, I'll start off by saying, how will cap and gown pickups happen? Like, what is the plan for this?
Tuesday and Wednesday, June 2nd and June 3rd, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m., main entrance at Oakcrest High School. We've got everybody's cap and gown put together. We put the right cords in with your cap and gown. We got a little gift for everybody. Also, when they show up, you're just going to pull up. You're going to say your name. We ask that, anybody, whoever's in the car talking, just have a mask on. We will be in masks at the front entrance. We will get the cap and gown and the bag together, and we'll put it on a table next to where you're parked, and then you can get out of the car, grab it, and go. That way there's no direct contact between anybody. But it's 8 to 12 on Tuesday and Wednesday. We would ask everybody to do anything they can to get there so we can get this out of the way. Obviously, if there are special circumstances, just either email your guidance counselor or email myself, and we'll try and work something out.
This is just a side note. ROTC, we have our own cords. Is that going to be included, or do
it should be in there? Ms. Walters, one of the main office administrative assistants, was going through, and she collected as many of the cords as she could from different groups. There are a couple of groups that they still hadn't come in the mail yet, so I'm not sure which, and we'll get those out to people directly, but we're trying to get all the cords that we can actually into with your cap and gown, so you've got it.
Will there be a awards night? Like, is there any plans for that?
So what we're doing with Senior Awards Night, we're just filming it this week. That's going to be a movie also that's going to go out. And what we will do is we will email all the seniors who are receiving an award, whether it's a principal's award or a department award or an athletic award or a performing arts award or even an outside scholarship. We will send an email to all the seniors who are receiving an award the day of the ceremony. And that is going to be to say, hey, tune in tonight and know that this is going to be what's happening. And it's going to be Friday, June 12th at 6 p.m. We're going to drop that video and make it available. So if you're going to be receiving an award or a scholarship or being recognized, you'll get an email to your Gmail account. Probably looking at my calendar, I'm going to say Wednesday the 10th, and then a reminder again on Friday the 12th.
Okay, that's great. Will there be a graduation this year?
So we're going to do a couple of different programs. First, because we want there to be something tangible that everybody can kind of take with them, we are going to, on June 18th at 6 p.m., drop a whole graduation video. That's going to have a listing with pictures of all the graduates, every single senior who's graduating, earning their diploma. It will also include the speech from the valedictorian, the speech from the salutatorian. We're going to add in a list of all the principals' awards winners. So that'll be a nice video for families to kind of always have and keep with them, since so much is kind of being lost this year. We are also, though, going to be doing small graduation ceremonies on July 8th. There's more information that's going to come out over the next 2 weeks on this, but we are finally given the okay by the governor, the Department of Ed, and law enforcement to use our school for some version of a ceremony, but they are still telling us you're not packing 250 kids and 1,000 people in the stadium. So we're going to split the group, the senior class, into 4 or 5 smaller groups. We're going to allow them to bring a certain number of family members with them, and we'll go through some of the same processes and procedures as a regular graduation. More details are coming on that, but it's July 8th is going to be the date that that's going to happen.
Okay, that's great. How will finals be done this year?
There are no finals this year. Your final grade is going to be just the average of your 3 trimester grades. So we had first put that out a while ago in a couple of emails, but there's so much going on and things get lost. It's a great question. So we're just going straight through with no finals. Your grade is the average of your 3 trimesters. The Google form is for attendance purposes because we still need to be able to track, how many kids are checking in and how many kids are participating in school each day. But we're putting a greater focus on the actual work you're doing in class. So grades are going to be dictated by the work that you have done and the grades that you have. Again, that average of the 3 trimesters. We're not going to pull credit from kids this year for attendance purposes.
Detentions. Will they just move on to next year, or are they just?
So that's a great question. We're still kind of talking through this. I think what we're trying to do is we want to, as most people I'm sure do, kind of try and put as much of this year behind us and in the rearview mirror as soon as we can. But there are certainly some issues we may have to come back around to and deal with in the fall. But again, we still don't have a guarantee that we're going to go back to 5 days a week and everything's open in September. So we're still going through kind of making decisions based on what information we have at this time. But we realize that some new information or things may change over the summer. But right now, to be honest, our bigger concern is kids got Chromebooks if they needed a Chromebook. A kid can get in contact with the teacher if they need to get in contact with the teacher. Detentions are kind of way on the back burner. In fact, not even in the kitchen. They're kind of on the grill outside in the backyard right now.
Right. So when will senior refunds for the senior trip come out?
Any student or parent who had already started paying for the senior trip, had left the deposit or had started making payments, they could email either Ms. Tunney or Mr. Boyer directly.
Okay. Drop-offs it would be for anybody who has school items. What is the plan for this?
We're going to start doing drop-offs next Monday, June 8th. And there's going to be an email in your mailboxes, if you didn't see it already, that went out yesterday, Monday, June 1st at 3:00. And that email is going to give every grade specific dates for their drop-off or their returning of school equipment. We're going to use the blue floor gym. We're going to limit the number of people that come in the building at a time, obviously to maintain safe distancing. But kids are going to come in and you're going to take your books or, if you still have your basketball warm-up, whatever it may be, there's going to be different tables set up in the blue floor gym. And seniors are going to have their own 2 tables. And we're doing that specifically so we know we can get through the senior stuff as quick as possible. Okay. So June 8th through the 17th in the letter, 2 days per grade. But we're going to ask when you say there's a table for English books, if you're a senior, don't put your senior English book on the English table, put it on the senior table so we can get through all your stuff first.
Okay, gotcha.
Everybody, go back into your Gmail account, check that email from yesterday, from Monday afternoon, because that also has updated information on graduations. It's got updated information on cap and gown. It's got information on the the equipment and the supply drop off and return. So that's a really important email at this point for everybody to get.
Thank you again, Ms. Serena. Your time is very much appreciated. And remember, please check your emails for information on graduation, cap and gown pickups, and drop-off, and student drop-off. And remember to stay safe, stay clean, and stay quarantined.